Hello everyone, this is Anton from Pocketnow.com. Today we're going to take a look at the hardware on the HTC ChaCha, which is a Facebook phone, together with the HTC ChaCha. HTC launched the two Facebook phones, or so-called Facebook phones, with the occasion of this year's Mobile World Congress, and what's really interesting about it is that when HTC launched these two smartphones, and we're talking about the HTC ChaCha in particular here, they launched it with a 600 MHz processor, but the smartphone itself is shipping with an 800 MHz processor, so along the way HTC boosted up the frequencies to make sure it can cope with Android 2.3 Gingerbread and all the applications running. So let's take a look at the hardware on the HTC ChaCha. So here we are with the HTC ChaCha, for which we thank our friends from clove.co.uk for supplying us with the review unit. And we'll take a look right at the start at the battery, which is one of 1250 milliamp hours, which is good for a smartphone with such a small display. It comes pre-installed with a 2 GB SanDisk micro SD card, which goes right in there, and unfortunately it is not hot swappable because the battery locks it in, and this is the place where you would slide in your SIM card. Let's put the battery back, as well as the battery cover, which slides into place like this, and let's take a look at the device itself. It's got a 2.6-inch HVGA screen, which means half VGA, 480 across by 320 down, and at the top it's got a speaker grill, on the right of which, right here, you will have an LED for notification, which will glow in amber when you are charging, or green when you have a notification active that your smartphone wants to tell you you've received something. On the left side here you got your proximity and ambient light sensors, which are responsible for shutting down the display or turning down the backlight. Right below the screen you've got 4 capacitive Android buttons. We've got one for home, menu, back, and search. You've got 2 dedicated buttons for call start and call end, and at the bottom you've got a 4-row full QWERTY keyboard, and on the bottom right side you have your 4 dedicated directional keys. Now, I'm not sure you can see, but the keys themselves are rounded and they have a nice rubberish feel to them, with a pretty decent feedback and texture to it, so it's quite comfortable to type on it. It kind of reminds you of the HTC Snap or the Dash from the good old days. And this little fella here is the Facebook button. We'll talk about it more in our software review. On the left side it's got a volume rocker for volume up and volume down, plus the micro USB charging and syncing port. There's, as you can see, absolutely nothing on the right side. At the bottom you've got your microphone hole. This one has got 3 microphones. One is at the bottom, which will capture your voice. One is at the top for noise cancelling, so it will subtract from the total sounds which are captured by this microphone and only leave sounds captured by this. You got a 3.5mm headphone jack plus a power button, and at the back you've got a 5 megapixel camera, which unfortunately doesn't even record 720p videos. It only records in 480, plus an LED flash, an additional microphone for capturing video, and you've got the speaker grill right here. This part right here is metal, the rest is plastic, but it gives it a nice unibody feel. And at the very bottom you have a hole which you can use for a lanyard or some other accessory. Now the smartphone itself is pretty lightweight, it feels very good in hand, and it's rather thin, and as a comparison we'll bring up the iPhone. We always use the iPhone because it's a very popular smartphone. You can see that they are approximately of the same tallness, and you can see of course how small the 2.6-inch diagonal screen is, even compared to the small 3.5-inch diagonal screen on the iPhone. And in terms of thickness, well, it's a little bit deceiving because The HTC ChaCha has this arched shape for when you are typing. It will actually bring up a little bit the display closer to your face so that you can type more comfortably. But if you take any other fixed spot, you will see that it's just a little bit thicker than the iPhone. This was Anton Dinod taking a quick look at the hardware on the HTC ChaCha. Following will be our software tour and our full review of the HTC ChaCha here on Pocketnow.com. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up.